Hey everyone, Michelle with Silver Snake Designs, and in today's video we are going to be making the final piece in the Quatrefoil Collection, this gorgeous necklace. We have so far made the beautiful earrings, the bracelet, the ring, which I'm wearing right here, and now it's going to be this gorgeous necklace. I really love it. Just to tell you a few things about the necklace, when we make this, we're actually going to be making the entire necklace on its own, and then we're going to be adding these. So when you go ahead and make the necklace, you want to make sure that you're going to have 3 as your centerpiece. So you want to keep that in mind when you are counting the number of little quatrefoils that you are going to need for your necklace. So in my case, I believe I needed 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I added 3 and I added 10. So keep that in mind, that you're going to need 3 to make this lovely thing. And then what we're going to do is, once we make the necklace, we'll add on our 3 components. Okay, so let's get started with the materials. Okay, so for your materials, you're going to need 2x3 millimeter rondelles. These are a cobalt blue color. These are size 11 seed beads, Toho brand, PF 558, which I believe is galvanized aluminum. You're going to need size 11 seed beads in the same color as your rondelles. These are check glass, and these are silver lined cobalt blue, and these are size 15 seed beads, also Toho, also PF 558. We're also going to need a clasp. I have a lobster clasp, I have a jump ring, and you will need 2 little clamshells. Of course, a beading needle, and of course beading thread, and I use fishing line. I use fire line. 6-pound test. This is what I use. I love this very much, and it will provide a nice stiffness to it. All right, so let's just jump right into the tutorial. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to start by picking up a size 11 seed bead, and we're going to bring that down, and I like to leave a tail. You know me, if you know my videos, I like to leave a long tail. So I've got like, what, I don't know, what is that, like 6 inches? And then I'm just gonna knot the fire line so that the seed bead is in place. I'm gonna pick up a clamshell bead, and I'm going to go down the throat, and well, through the mouth and down the back of the throat. So that way the clamshell is eating the seed bead. So yum yum yum. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up 3 seed beads, size 11 silver. So I'll pick up all 3 silver seed beads. We'll bring that down, and then what we're going to do is we're going to come back up through that clamshell. Okay, just like that. So your work should now look like that. What I'm going to do now is take my needle, and that seed bead that's in the clamshell, I'm going to bring my needle through that seed bead, so just like that, and then I'm going to come back down through the clamshell, and then what I'm going to do is, because we have to get our needle to this seed bead here on the end, you can either go down the left seed bead or the right seed bead and out. So go down and then come out that seed bead right there. Okay, and there we are. So now what you're going to do is you're going to pick up a silver size 11, a blue size 11, and a silver size 11, and you're going to go back through that silver bead that your thread is exiting. You're going to loop around. So if your thread is coming out this side, you're going to come through the other side. You're going to pull just like that. You're going to take your needle and you want to come out that blue bead. So we're going to go down the silver bead just like that, and out the blue bead. This is right angle weave, so just like that, out the blue bead. Then what you're going to do is you're going to pick up another size 11. We'll do the 15s once we complete this, okay? So the next few are the size 11s. So a silver 11, a blue 11, and silver 11. You're going to do the same exact thing. You're going to come back through that blue bead. Okay. And once again, you're going to get your thread to that second blue bead. So I'm going to come down the silver bead just like that, and then come out the blue bead just like that. And now what you want to do is pick up 3 silver size 11s, and once again we're going to come back through that blue bead just like that. Make sure your beads are lined up. So now what we want to do is, now the next step is to close this off. Put little size 15s here, 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 and here. And we have to get our thread out this gold, or excuse me, this silver bead up here. I'm so used to working with gold beads. So I'm going to come back through this silver bead and pretty much go back through all 3 silver beads. So 1, 2, and then up this silver bead right here, just like that. And now what we're going to do, and so our thread is coming out what I call a mountain, and we're going to pick up a 15, and what this little 15 is going to do is sit on top of these blue beads. So we're going to pick up a 15, we'll go through that next mountain that's sticking up, so that our little 15 sits in that little valley. We'll pick up another 15 and go through that next silver bead mountain, just like that. And now what we're going to do is we're going to cut across here, this seed bead up here, because what we want to do is we now have to get to the other side. So we'll cross over there, and now I'll flip it on my side, and now you can see here and here we have to put 15s. So we're going to take our needle, we're going to go through the next 11, and then I'm going to pick up a silver 15, and I'll go through the next 11 mountain bead, just like that, and then I'll pick up another 15 and go through the next silver mountain bead, just like that. So there we are. So you had your first little spacer component right there. And now what you have to do is to get yourself set up for the little quatrefoil, like my ring here. You want to come out that seed bead right there, that gold, that silver one. All right. Just like the bracelet, what you're going to do now is you're going to pick up 15 of the size 11 silver beads. 1, 2, 3, 15 right there. I'm going to bring that down. I'm going to come back through that silver bead that my thread is exiting, and that'll form a loop once I pull it tight, just like that. I'm going to take my needle, and as you can see, I'm going to bring my needle down through 2 seed beads, just like that. Okay, so we're going to go down those 2 seed beads. I'm going to pull tight. I'm going to pick up a rondelle, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, and bring my needle through that 4th bead. So from where the thread is exiting of this bead, you're going to count 1, 2, 3, and then go through the 4th bead. Okay, and now what you want to do, depending, your rondelle may be sitting on the outside like this. You want to just push it over into the center, and if you want, hold it and pull tight. So that way these beads will kind of curve around it and hold it in, okay? You're going to pick up another rondelle, and you're going to do the same thing. Where your thread is exiting, you're going to count 1, 2, 3, and go through that 4th rondelle. Because if you look at the ring here that I'm wearing, you have 3 seed beads that go around the rondelle. So every 4th seed bead is in that little crevice between the rondelles. So we'll bring that through, and once again, if the rondelle is on the outside, you're just gonna bloop, pop it in, hold it, pull, and you could see it's starting to make the shape. Once again, 1, 2, 3, and then you go through that one. So we're going to pick up a rondelle. That would help. And then we're going to count 1, 2, 3, go through the 4th one, just like that. Okay, gonna flip the rondelle in there. We're gonna hold it, and we're gonna pull. Okay, and now what we're gonna do is pick up another rondelle, and we're gonna do the same thing. Count 1, 2, 3, and go through that 4th bead. And if you did that correctly, this will actually be the same bead that we came down when I told you to bring your needle down through the 2 seed beads. And then we added on the rondelle. That would be that same bead. And now what we're going to do is we're going to pull, and it should fit just like that. And now what you're going to do is you're going to take your needle, and you're going to go through just the rondelles. So we'll go through 1, and I can get through 1 in the next one. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and back through that original rondelle. And what this will do is this will help keep those rondelles all together. So now what we're going to do is we need to get our thread out this silver bead here. So we're just going to take our needle, and we're going to jump through these 3 silver beads, just like that. And we'll pull, and now we are ready to do this again. So I'll show you again. This time we're going to pick up a silver, a blue, and a silver size 11, and we're going to come back through that silver bead, just like that. We're going to go through the silver and the blue bead to get our needle through that blue bead, and again an 11 silver, blue, silver. We'll come back through that blue bead, just like that. We'll come out that blue bead, so I'll go down the silver bead, out the blue bead, and now we will pick up 3 size 11 silver beads. 1, 2, grab this one that flew out, 3. We'll come back through that blue bead, just like that. And now what we're going to do is we're going to bring our needle through all 3 silver beads. So we're coming out this bead up here. So we'll go through 1, 2, and then we'll come up here. And now we're going to take the 15 silver bead, and we're going to go through that next silver seed bead mountain. So that little silver 15 will sit in the little valley above the blue bead. We'll pick up another little 15, and then we'll go through the next silver mountain, just like that. We will cut across this bead here, which is the corner of our quatrefoil. And we'll do the same thing on this side. We'll come down the seed bead. We'll pick up a 15. And we'll go through the next silver mountain. We'll pick up a 15. Go through the next silver mountain. And we'll come out this seed bead here, which will now ready us to pick up those 15 beads again. There we go. And you repeat the pattern. And that is what you're going to do for the length that you're going to need. Okay? And once you have done that, okay, and then there it is. Once again, you're going to pick up your rondelles, do what you have to do, and continue your pattern all the way down. Now, once you've done that, and you've gone ahead and made your last quatrefoil, don't add on the end, because I'm going to show you how to finish it with this end, okay? And then what we'll do is I will show you how to do the drops. And don't forget, like I said before in the intro, do your necklace, and you can check as you go to see how long you're going to need it, but save 3 as your centerpiece. So like with mine, I said before, I had 10 on one side, I had 3 in the middle, and I had 10 on the other. All right, so I will see you shortly. All right, so I've added on my last little quatrefoil, and now I'm going to show you how to add on the clamshell. But this is how we're going to do this. We're going to pick up again, like we did before, a size 11 silver, 11 blue, and 11 silver. We're going to go back through this silver bead like we normally do. Okay. We're going to come up the silver. We're going to come out the blue. We'll pick up another silver 11, blue, and silver. So silver 11, silver blue, and silver 11. We'll come back through the blue bead, just like this. And then we will come up the silver, out the blue, just like that. And now what we're going to do, because we want to get that, we have to get our 3 silver beads, but those 3 silver beads, we have to have 2 on the outside, and that 3rd silver bead is going to be in the clamshell. You're going to pick up a silver bead. You're going to go through the clamshell, up the throat and out the mouth. So blick. Okay. You're going to pick up a size 11 seed bead. You're going to skip over the seed bead and bring your needle back through the clamshell mouth and down the throat, just like that. You're going to pick up a size 11 silver, and now what you're going to do is you're going to take a look to see where your thread is coming out. So depending, can I even grab the thread today? Probably not. So I can see that my thread is coming out this side of the blue bead. I want to come through the opposite, just like that. So that way when I pull, you can see that we have that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to come up one of the silver bead here. I'm going to come up the one on the right because that's where my thread path is. I'm going to come across and bring my needle through the seed bead that is in the clamshell. Now your hole in your seed bead may be against the wall, so you may have to fiddle with your needle like what I'm doing to find that hole. And there it is. I'm going to bring it through just like that. I'm going to come back down the throat of the clamshell just like that. I'm going to go down. I'm going to just pull a little tight. It doesn't matter at this point which side you go down. So I'm just going to go down here on the right side because it's just easier for me. Mind your thread, make sure it doesn't get caught. And now I'm going to pick up a 15. Not that one. Sometimes you have to cull your beads. And then I'm going to go through the next 11 mountain and pick up a 15. Go through the next 11 mountain, size 11 silver bead. We're going to cut across like we normally do. We will come up the seed bead here on this side now. We'll pick up a 15. We'll go through the next silver bead, just like that. We'll pick up a 15 and go through the next silver bead. And now what we're going to do is we're going to come back up through the clamshell. And now we're going to knot off our bead. You're going to find that hole in that seed bead that's in the clamshell. And I'm going to bring my needle through, but this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep a loop, okay? So I'm going to bring my needle through. I'm actually going to come back around. Let me do it this way. And then bring my needle back through the seed bead, form a loop, and take my needle, bring it through the loop. And now what it's going to do, it's going to create like this knot thing, and make sure that your knot is in that clamshell. You don't want it to get it on the outside. And then that is what you're going to do. You're just gonna do this a couple times. So bring your needle back through the seed bead in the clamshell, form a loop, take your needle, put it through the loop, and then pull. And as you can see, this got caught on the outside. So now I'm gonna make sure that it gets, I'm gonna pull tight. All right, I like to do that a couple times just to make sure my knot is secured, okay? And you're gonna do that on the other side as well, okay? So now, once that's done, you can take whatever glue you like. I like to use like the Loctite super glue. Put a couple drops in there, and now what you can do is you can just take the thread, you can cut this off, just like that. And I'll take this and do that. All right. I had already done it on the previous side as well. I knotted off. So now you have that. And if you want to do it now, you can. Forgot to tell you earlier, have your pliers. Take your jump ring. Well, actually, you know, let's close it first. Drop your glue, close it, add your jump ring, just like this. Add your glue, close it, add your clasp. And now the only thing you have to worry about, maybe I just have to open this up a bit more. There we go. Close it. And now, there's my necklace, but now I have to add the 3. So I'm going to count 10 down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then I should have 1, 2, 3. So these 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 for me. So this is where I'm going to do. All right. So now what you want to do is you want to grab more thread if you need, because you just knotted off, and you don't need very much. We're going to do 1 dangle at a time. So I'm just going to grab some extra thread, add my needle, just like this. And then what I'm going to do is pretty much do the same thing. So let's double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then this one. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring my needle through that bottom seed bead. So it's just going to be doing this from this angle, from down here now. And you're pretty much going to do the same thing. I'm going to keep a tail because I'm going to work this back in. But what I'm going to do to anchor this is I'm going to pick up an 11 silver, a blue 11, and the 11 silver. And I'm just going to bring it back through the seed bead. So just like you're doing the little connector in the center. But what I think I'm going to do now is just bring my needle back through all of these beads just to make sure that it is just anchored there. And then once I add on the other, just like that, I'll just bring that up and then come out the blue bead. Just like that. Okay. And so that's pretty secure. I mean, it's not that secure, but it's enough where, you know, your tail end won't come flying out. So now that we've done that, we're going to do the same exact thing. We will pick up a silver 11, a blue 11, a silver 11, and we're going to come back through that blue bead, just like that. Come down the silver and out the blue bead, just like that. We will pick up 3 silver 11s, 1, 2, 3. We'll come back through the blue bead, just like that. And once again, we do the same exact thing. We go through those 3 silvers. 1, 2, 3. Just like that. We'll pick up a 15 and we'll go through the next silver, our little mountain silver. We'll pick up another silver, a little 15, and we'll go through that next mountain silver. We will cut across just like this, and we will do the other side. We'll come down the silver here. We'll pick up a 15. We'll go through the next mountain silver, and then we'll pick up another 15. And then we'll go through the next mountain silver, and then we'll come out here. Now, instead of doing the quatrefoil at this point, you do the same exact thing that you did here with this connector. So you're going to pick up a silver 11, a blue 11, and a silver 11. And you're going to just come back through that bead. And then this is what you're going to do all the way down. Okay? And that's pretty it. It's pretty easy. Okay? So now I'm exiting the blue. I'm going to pick up an 11 silver, a blue, an 11 silver, come back through the blue bead, and then that is how you add on your dangle. And now what you can do, now we'll add on our 3 silver 11s, just like that. And that's really easy, and that's how you add extra, extra little connectors. And then you add your quatrefoil. Now, if you want, well, let's wait till we get there, and then I'll let you know if you want. We'll come back through our 3 silver beads, just like that. So we can ready ourselves to add our 15s. This is a really fun and easy stitch. So we're going to pick up a 15 and go through the next silver mountain. Pick up a 15. Go through the next silver mountain, cut across this bead here and connector, and then we will come down on this side. We'll pick up a 15 and go through the next silver bead, pick up a 15, go through the next silver bead, come out here. Now this is where you pick up your 15 seed beads. 1, 2, 3, 13, 14, 15. Bring those down and do the same thing. And then what we'll do is we'll bring our needle down through the next 2 beads. And then we'll do the same thing with our rondelles, like we did before. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just like that. Pop it through and pull. One, 2, 3, 4. It's such an easy stitch. It's really pretty too, and this is one thing I love about this. And then we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4. Just like that. Pop it down, pull it through. Last rondelle. And then I know I did it right, so I'll just go through that seed bead, that rondelle, and boop, there we are. Go through the 4 rondelles again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll do this. Now, here's where I said where you can do. You can knot your cord off if you wanted to and start afresh on this one, or if you wanted to, you can bring your thread back up through the beads, come across and down if you wanted to. You don't have to, no worries. I'm gonna knot my thread off, and actually I was talking to somebody and I said, I don't want to knot my thread there, and the person said to me, they're like, if they can see your knots, they're in your personal space. So she's like, put the knots. I said, okay. So I will put the knots. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to knot mine off here on the bead that is in between the rondelles and not the ones that go around. So that way, when I knot, I'm going to bring my thread under those seed beads, my needle under the seed beads. I'm going to make a loop, take my needle, and get my knot in between those two beads, and that'll hide it. And you can put glue on here because you're never coming back through these beads again. And then make sure that that knot goes in between those beads. And there we go. Just gonna move that, boop, boop, boom. And that's that. And then add your glue, boop, boop, and then cut it. And now the only thing you have to worry about, and if you have enough thread, you can do your next one. I don't, so I'll probably put on new thread. And then what you do is take your tail and do the same thing, and then work it back through the piece, and then add your knot in between that seed bead. So I'll come through here. I'll come up over here, and then I'll bring my needle in between there. Oops. Let me see if I can make mine. There we go. My thread is caught. Make my little loop. Bring my needle through the loop and pull. I'm just going to move that out of the way so it doesn't get caught. Bring my needle through. Make the loop. Bring my needle through the loop and pull. And once again for a third time. And there we are. Okay. So now what you're going to do is you're going to do that for the next one. So get some new thread, and then what you're going to do is you have 2 down, you're going to do 3, and then your little quatrefoil, and then you're going to come here and you're going to do 2 and your little quatrefoil here. And when you are done, unpause the video and come back, and we'll have some I'll have some like closing thoughts. Okay, so in closing, this necklace was really fun to make. This whole set was really fun. I think it's just really, really pretty. I love the earrings. I don't know which one is my favorite, to be honest. The earrings, the bracelet, the ring, the necklace. I love Pondo Stitch. I think it's really, really pretty. I like to do simple. If you don't really know my beading style, I like to do simple but elegant, something where you're not using all these fancy beads and you're not spending a lot of money on them. I may use fancy beads here and there, and if you did make this collection, share it on my Facebook group, Silver Snake Designs Group Creations. It's linked into the description box. I will also have links to the other pieces of jewelry in the description box as well if you want it. If you're not on Facebook and you're on, let's say, I don't know, TikTok or Instagram, hashtag or @me and tag me in it, and I'll see it there. But I really would love to see your work and what you did. So thank you very much, and we'll have a fun project coming up, and see you in the next video. Bye.